The election in Uttar Pradesh. For the first time, we have seen the Congress openly acknowledging Priyanka Gandhi's role as far as politics in the state is concerned. We saw Ahmed Patel putting out a tweet yesterday where he talked about the fact that Priyanka herself was in touch with Akhilesh Yadav and that she was essentially the one behind this important alliance that has been sealed between the Congress party and the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh. The question is this going to finally propel Priyanka into a far more active role in Uttar Pradesh? What does that mean for the Congress party, and what does that mean for the electoral campaign in general, given that the BJP doesn't have a chief ministerial face and that the Congress and the SP are hoping that with a combination of Rahul, Priyanka and Akhilesh that they can appeal to the youth voter? Well, Sambit is still there with us. Sachin Pilot also joins us on the program tonight. We also have Aarti Jairath, who is joining us here in the studio, and Mr. Sudhindra Badoria of the BSP as well. Sachin, let me take this to you first. Can we now officially say that Priyanka Gandhi is very much an active politician? Can we just now stop pretending that she's not?
There is no pretense, but you don't have to qualify to be a politician. She's been working in her brother and her mother's constituency for the longest time, been very active in those two districts. And if she's put in her shoulders to make sure that the alliance finally goes through, I think it's A, no big surprise, and B, one shouldn't read more than there is to read in it. She's very involved in those areas. She is talking to everybody from UP who comes to meet her. I see absolutely nothing wrong if whether it's Akhilesh Yadav's wife or Rahul Gandhi's sister, all of them are talking and making sure that two parties come together. In fact, I think it's a formidable combination that we've come up with.
You're saying it's a formidable combination. Mr. Sudhindra Badoria, as someone who's now fighting on the other side with the BSP, how does the BSP see this? I mean, would you acknowledge that this is a formidable combination that has come together in UP that will certainly give everyone a good fight?
Well, we are not very surprised that they have come together. Both are sinking boats and both represent the same common political culture of dynastic feudal politics, where family is important, where issues are not important. Both represent two trends in UP more particularly. There were 400 communal riots. There was, besides the communal riots, Muzaffarnagar, the worst kind of communal carnage where 1 lakh people became homeless, Dadri lynching. In the Prime Ministership of Narsimha Rao, we saw the demolition of the Babri Mosque and subsequently hundreds of people dying due to communal riots, 84 riots, and I can go on and go on. So therefore they are coming together is a common politics that they have been representing in this country, and that is why they have come together. As far as people of UP are concerned, they want to get rid of Gunda Raj and Danga Raj.
What about the personalities, Mr. Badoria? What about Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Akhilesh Yadav all coming together? You don't think that there's an appeal to younger people there, younger voters in particular?
I think younger people's appeal would have mattered if they had done something to bring the people out of the unemployment problem that the youth lives in. There are hundreds of farmers who have committed suicide in UP during Akhilesh's Raj also, and also there are almost over 10 lakh unemployed youth going around in the streets and in the districts and the villages of Uttar Pradesh.
So you're saying
he has done nothing on that plank. This was just a photo.
Okay, sorry we lost the line. We're just going to try and get Mr. Badoria back. But Sambit, let me come to you. How does the BJP see this? I mean, are you going to be dismissive of it, or would you acknowledge that Priyanka Gandhi, in a sense, is a more interesting person to fight in the political map than maybe even Rahul?
See, in politics, one is never dismissive of anything. One definitely analyzes things. As far as who contests from their side, who is the prime leader from their side, it is totally their issue. But definitely, advent of Priyanka only proves that somewhere down the line, Rahul Gandhi has been a failure. And that's the reason as to why I believe Priyanka had been kept in the closet to be brought to the forefront for the 2019 election. But sensing that this election is extremely important as far as career of Congress party and career of Mr. Rahul Gandhi in particular is concerned, there is a hurriedness in the Congress party to project Priyanka. The poster that you were just flashing on their television channel and the personalities that you were talking about, I would say it particularly represents the dynastic culture of the country as well as of Uttar Pradesh. We have a combination of two princes Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Mr. Akhilesh, both of whom in fact inherit politics. And then we have two princes. We have Priyanka Gandhi ji and then we have Dimple Yadav, both of whom again have inherited politics and they have not worked their way from the ground. Thirdly, it shows the nervousness of both these parties, the nervousness of Samajwadi Party. Look, yesterday Mr. Akhilesh Yadav released the Ghoshna Patra, the manifesto. If he really would have released a report card which would have performance in it, then he would not have stitched up an alliance with anyone. He would have not required a crutch to walk.
Samit,
he would have raced alone.
On the issue of dynasty, yesterday only the BJP gave Rajnath Singh's son a ticket to contest from Noida. There's Ashutosh Tandon, Lalji Tandon's son, who's contesting from Lucknow East. There is Sandeep Singh, Kalyan Singh's grandson. So dynasty is not absent from the BJP either, is it?
No, you have to understand the difference between a party worker, maybe the son of a minister or a senior leader getting a ticket after working 20 years in the party as general secretary, and people in fact inheriting the throne. Inheriting the throne is classical of feudal dynastic rule. You would agree with me that a Rajiv Gandhi who never wanted to be part of Indian politics suddenly had to become the Prime Minister of India overnight just because respected Indira ji was assassinated. Similarly, Sonia ji, who never wanted to be part of Indian politics and who had said that politics zahar hai, she had to become the center of Indian politics only because if this family comes to the Indian political forefront of Congress, only then Congress would survive, or else Congress would not
but
survive.
But the point is
Same
that the
with Rahul
BJP
Gandhi
also
and
has
Priyanka
sons
Gandhi.
and daughters in the fray now. It's not, I mean, is any party immune to it anymore? You're saying there's a difference between those who worked and those who are who feel entitled to it. Before I get Sachin to respond to that, Aarti Jarat, the question is this Priyanka finally coming out? Do you see her actively now campaigning across the state or playing it safe in certain constituencies? And what does this say about Rahul Gandhi? Because that is an interesting point that Sambit brought up.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're hearing that she's going to be very active. And certainly the way the Congress is projecting her, it makes no sense for her to just limit herself to a few pocket boroughs, family pocket boroughs, and not campaign outside of those and, you know, sort of across UP. So I think they are planning on a big role for her. As far as what it says about Rahul Gandhi, well, I mean, I think, you know, Priyanka was always the ace that the Congress had kept hidden. You know, in case Rahul was not able to deliver, then they would pull Priyanka out. I mean, we had thought that they would keep her till 2019, but they pulled her out earlier. And it's a huge challenge for her, Nidhi, because, you know, if she succeeds, it's really good. But if she doesn't succeed, just suppose the alliance doesn't succeed.
That means the ace didn't work.
That means the ace didn't work. And then the Congress would have, you know, lost its last weapon, the last weapon it had in its armory. So it's a huge challenge for her. It's a huge risk she's taking. And
what sets her apart from Rahul, according to you, as someone who's watched the political scene closely?
Well, you know, she's a far better communicator. Far better communicator. I mean, she really vibes well with people. She's very punchy with her speeches. She's good with the language. She uses colloquial language. She makes terrific eye contact when she's talking to people. All that is there. And there's no question. She's also very television friendly. She's snappy with her interviews. You know, she's got all that. But, you know, the point here is that it's not just a question of pretty pictures. You know, what really needs to be seen is whether between the four of them, Rahul, Akhilesh, Priyanka and Dimple, they can actually generate a chemistry that attracts the voter. And they've left it very, very late. Nidhi, the first round of polling in UP begins in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
This alliance has been stitched up just on the eve,
now.
right?
Exactly.